You may be seated. And so as we think about the holidays and we think about the real Christmas, we understand that Christmas has so many different elements in it that sometimes we can forget the purpose. Yeah, you have your Christmas list, you have your shopping that you have to do, and sometimes that takes priority, and we actually organize our whole Christmas schedule around shopping. Or even the family time. Yeah, family time is great, and it's good to spend time with family. But even in that, it's like, okay, sometimes we put so much emphasis on who's coming over the house, who's not coming over the house. And if they're not coming over the house, and you made your special dish, you're gonna have an attitude and be upset because why I made all this macaroni and cheese and you ain't show up. Sometimes it can be so stressful. And then even us at church, like, yeah, this is like our holiday, this is our season, and so many times we want to just, invite people to church, and inviting people to church is a good thing, but if you're not being an example of what the church should be, why would I want to go to your church? If you're not walking in love, if you're not walking in kindness, why would I want to visit that church? Or even when a person comes in the church, if we're not greeting them with love and kindness, why should I stay? So the question becomes, what is the real reason for the season? And the reason for the season is Jesus. The reason for the season is Jesus. And so my question to you this Sunday is this: what are you doing with Jesus? How are you engaging with Jesus? Are you only praying to Jesus when you want to buy things and Lord, help make sure this transaction go through on this debit card? Is that the only time that you're engaging Jesus? Or are you only engaging Jesus on behalf of your family? Like if something's happening, that's when you engage Jesus to pray for your family and those different things? Or is Jesus just something fancy and cool that you do at church because everybody else is doing it? Or is he just an ornament on a tree? What are you doing with Jesus? In this holiday season, I want to challenge you to make it about Jesus. Make it about him. How do I make it about him, Minister Lawrence? How do I make it about him? Well, in Matthew 25, Jesus distinguished two different people. He said that he's going to separate people to the right and to the left. And on the people on the right, he's going to say, come into my kingdom. And the people on the left, he's going to say, listen, you have to go with the devil and you have to burn for eternity. And the thing that Jesus points out in Matthew 25, he says this, what? The people ask on the side, like, Jesus, how did we treat you wrong? What did we do? He said, I was hungry. You didn't give me water when I was thirsty. When I was in jail, you didn't visit me. He said, the way that you treat the least of these, that's how you treat me. And so I want to encourage everyone this Christmas season. I want to encourage you to do something for Jesus. See, all those ornaments, those are gifts for Jesus. And as a church, if we're saying we walk in love and we walk in kindness, that tree needs to be empty because we understand that this season is about Jesus. Hallelujah. And I know there's different stresses, there's different things that happen. But Jesus is saying this, put me at the center. Put me at the center. So we put Jesus on the side, we put him under, but he's saying this, put me at the center and build upon me. What are you doing with Jesus? In the book of James, it says something that's very clear, and we all have read it before. It says, faith without works is dead. Faith, oh Lord, I love you, without action to accompany it means without that action, that faith is dead. It's a dead battery. It doesn't give off anything. But God is saying in this season, make your faith come alive by your action. We could hallelujah all day, we could shout, we could cry, but where's the action to accompany the faith? This season, Jesus is saying, make me the center. Make me the center. I'm asking my wife to come up and sing.